Good evening. My name is Katrina Coker. I am currently 40 years old. I will be 41 on January 12th, 2026. I am submitting for the Extras Casting Atlanta paid medical web video number 2, tentpole 2, related to reducing prescription and treatment cost. This is actually a very personal subject for me and my family for a few reasons. First, I have a family history of breast cancer on both sides of my family, so I'm already at risk. But I personally have been going to the gynecologist since I was 13 when I found my first cyst. And for a variety of reasons, as over the last maybe 3 years, I have been going to get breast imaging every 6 months, whether that's an MRI or a mammogram. That has been confronted where I have to get that approved. And even with my health care or my family history and my personal history, I've also encountered where those imaging have got denied. And such as a mammogram, it just doesn't work. I always have to go get an MRI or an ultrasound, and my health records show that. But the health insurance company won't always pay for an MRI. But even in addition to that, there's the expenses. Each time I go, even with my quality health insurance, my treatment is over $1,000. Sometimes I have had that in savings, and sometimes I haven't. And I've had to pay in installment plans, or I've had to ask for a loan from family. And sometimes it has been to where that wasn't the only thing that I had to try to spend my money on. There were other health diagnostics that I had to try to figure out what was the higher risk, what was more pertinent, which was causing me pain. And we also know sometimes just because you don't have pain doesn't mean that you don't have a serious issue. And in comparing paying for medical care cost to paying my rent or my light bill. I am a single income family, and those are decisions that I have to make. Related to my family members, I have a grandmother that is in a nursing home right now, and she is in a nursing home in a room with two other people. They're all in wheelchairs. The room is not big enough, but she is on, and I may say this wrong, she's on Medicaid. And the only reason that she is in the situation she's in is because she doesn't have enough money to pay for either having her own room and her own space, or we don't have the funds to pay for the medical care she needs, even if it was to keep her at home, where we could hire somebody to come and give her the care that she needs. Where she is the best care that she can get, but it's still not great. And where I'm coming from is when we start talking about affordable healthcare, when should it not be affordable? When it's specifically, even when it's not elective procedures. I just had a friend who had a brain bleed, had got transported to a hospital by ambulance, and then she got a note from a doctor at the hospital where she was transported to without, that was not her choice, them saying it was going to be out of network, and she was going to have to pay $10,000 for the services that she received that were life saving. And it just shouldn't have to be that way. In the United States, a first world country, it should be where we have the whole country is a blue zone. We have more people living over the age of 100 than ever before. We should be at a place to where, and I know this might sound cliche, to where it is literally cheaper to live than to die. And we are more incentivized to live, not where it is cheaper to, where people have to decide if it's cheaper to pay for the medical support to sustain life, or to pay for funeral services. And those are the decisions that people are having to make for themselves and their family. And this is a topic that I greatly care about. And let me just say, I have many medical providers in my family and my friends' circle. So I care about having quality health professionals as well, and for them to get paid good compensation, just like I want everybody else to. So I'm not trying to diminish the value of our healthcare, but it should be sustainable to have healthcare, especially things that we need to survive. even going to the dentist and getting our wellness checks. It should be easy to do those things when it's not elective. And I would love to be interviewed and to contribute to this topic. Thank you very much.